Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookers. Welcome to another edition of Airy Sky Readerly's video blog. I'm Airy Sky. First of all, my videos need to be downloaded, uploaded, used for any nefarious purpose, size, shape, or form, or for any purposes at all. I have the copyright. You violate any of that, I sue you. So anyways, good morning everyone. Welcome to a wonderful morning. So one of the videos I want to share with you today is what happened last night. Now, as you know, the old park never showed up, which is a blessing, but we also had some other problems along with it. You see, yesterday we got up and we were running late yet again to the library. So when we did get over there, which I'm dilating by the way, when we did get over there, it was interesting because, my sister was supposed to visit and never happened. Then he even messaged me being like, oh, I'm in town. Instead, it was like, the thing is we can't deal with this, I'm not dealing with her and stuff. So, anyway, so what happened was, last night, I had a plan I put into motion to sell something that I don't need anymore. Pretty worth some money, and yet the shop was closed. Chloe started cursing and saying on the streets what a fucking bunch of Jews, and that started the trigger of her thingy. And so, anyways, last night, I'm not gonna go into detail, but anyway, last night, hospital. Anyways, they basically go in and they're talking, and again, it's, oh, we can't involuntary, we can't voluntary, we can't do this, we can't do that. But anyway, Chloe was saying, oh, well, I need to go there, I'm not meditating, I'm not this, and I'm there because, I have to take her up. And, I don't want to be there. And I'm like, listen, I'm gonna leave. And finally the lady and I talked, and I said, hey, so she comes back and says, the other triggers, you couldn't do this. The store, was closed. It does irritate me. I mean, yesterday I was just like really cranky about it. It's like, what can we do? Got my Bible there, by the way. So I was kind of an irritation, And then today, last night, early this morning, we had the whole argument on, what triggered it was a potato. I mean, we have like 103 to 110-degree weather. I mean, it was just sweltering. I mean, so I go out there, right? And, we're everywhere, and we had to go out multiple times. So when we finally got in, Chloe's pushing a wheelchair. So she was assuming weekend hours equals money equals food equals, we're fine at food equals, because she just doesn't like to eat what's, so equals food equals, Burger King or Arby's or McDonald's or Taco Bell. Wouldn't mind any of those. But anyways, now if Chloe's mom's watching this, all I'm gonna say is please just back down. You don't understand the whole situation. I do. So anyways, while we're sitting there arguing, the lady explains everything. And the lady goes, well, at least Rita knows what she's doing. Well, Chloe's like, well, I wanted this, I wanted that. The lady's sitting there and she goes, does Rita owe you? Yes, Rita owes me everything. The world owes me. You owe me. You should be putting me in a mental hospital again. The lady's just looking like, I don't owe you shit, and that's the way she said it. Professionally, she's like, I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you shit. So, she makes me decide to anything else. I go, yeah, she's basically looking on other things, and before she could, Chloe talking about the whole incident with the lunch. Well, I know when she sells on Tuesday, I'm gonna get a lunch. Otherwise, I'm not driving this vehicle. She goes, well, she can probably drive it herself. She has an animal license. Chloe goes on and on. She asks me what's going on. But at that point, they're basically hearing Chloe make the threat. So, that it was like, so finally she's like, what is she talking about? I explained, She's like, because they were thinking about maybe basically putting her in under a court order for 90 days in the county so she has to get treatment. She found out they were moving in less than a week. She just was like, no, we're not dealing with this. You can fucking go out there. She says, we're putting in the notes that this is abuse that you just admitted to us, you know. And I'm going, well, it's not really abuse, it's a threat. She said, it is. You make a threat and you know, and the lady was angry. She says, we don't know his shit, Rita doesn't know his shit. And you know, the whole argument was, Chloe was throwing a fit about, I had plans for that potato. She could have ate something else. Well, you know, the lady says, Rita doesn't know you jack shit with lunch either. I mean, literally, Chloe's like, well, I don't eat it. So, you know, I mean, it was just bad, you know, Chloe snapping. And then she says, why do you belittle Rita? Because I can, and she needs to be put in her place. She, you know, and they're like, well, why don't we just say that you're basically the husband. You're the man in the family. Chloe literally flipped her lid. I'm a woman. Rita's man. Rita's man. And, you know, and then she called everyone else in the damn hospital bastards. And, you know, the neighbor next door to the man. The lady was listening to what she had to say to the neighbor, and you know, and my neighbor, she came up, you know, and talking. She says, do I look like that? And they're like, no, basically, clearly schizophrenic. And she told the lady she was going to basically bust someone's jaw. They opened up about, out of anger, you know, she was very violently mad about, you know, misgendering her. Misgendering me, you know, they were basically doing that, and then she was very angry at the fact that, you know, they want to use the word schizophrenic, or, you know, because I don't think she's borderline or bipolar, they screwed up on that, but, you know, the whole thing is, you know, she was just through a fit, you know, and then she said it's in her right to give help, and, you know, the clinic's just putting it all down that what she's saying, and me, I want it out of there, it's like, you guys deal with her, and in the end, you know, it was like, and then, you know, I finally secured those games and sold. Did a little better than I should have, and, you know, it was okay. And, and she's sitting there, I'm gonna get games. She's like, Rita doesn't owe you shit. And then, you know, again, she even put in financially, she has, you know, they put in a note for her, case manager, apparently, for, cash assistance, because Chloe can't manage. And, you know, Chloe's talking about how, she's going to, buy, towels for herself, and a blanket, and another blanket, and, you know, tobacco. And the lady's like, where's your rent coming in? Rent, you know, I need this time for that. And the lady basically put in the record tonight had financial trouble. I mean, it was in, you know, but when you get the discharge paper, Chloe throwing a fit about that. They didn't detain her, but they wanted to, but they didn't want to detain her because they detained her for you know, whatever it is, right? That, yeah, you gotta do this one. I'm checking out my dip can, you know. So, you know, and then on top of that, right, talking about dip cans, right, check this out, right? Alright, there's 4 coupons alone, 20 cans, 4 rolls, right? That's about $120, right? Let's just say I sell my family cake. I'm supposed to give 2/3 the cans to Chloe. Well, you know, I was talking to the lady last night. She says, does Rita always Rita owes me everything? You know, and it was funny, you know, she was in there, you know, and it was funny because, you know, it was like they weren't going to give in to her demands, yet at the same time, they're just like, you know, you gotta think about things. She's just like, you know, it was just hilarious, you know. I mean, I don't hold anything against her, you know, but it was funny because she was like, They're like, you hold everything against everyone else. You know, she goes on and on. They said, you want us to call your mom? And no, I disown the motherfucker, you know, and goes on and on and on. She's like, you want to revoke this? And then she's like, I'm revoking it and all this crap. And I'm going, you really want to do that? You know, I mean, you all know that I'm an open-minded book that says, you know, don't do this, don't do that. But it's just funny because, you know, I mean, we're up there because she snapped because of the potato. Then she said, well, you know, Rita's gonna eat really well, and, you know. And so the lady said, listen, every every time you have a trigger, like Rita's got to pay bills, for example. So when we're going, there's no fast food. She's like, let's put it this: where are Rita go? If Rita goes and pays the bills by herself, just stay home. Wow, I want a free meal too. She's like, Rita doesn't owe you a free lunch. Yes, she does. Well, I don't see you paying any of the rent or the electricity. I mean, the lady was, you know, this is we're talking about the mental health people here. You know, they're the ones basically say, oh well, you know, they basically turned around and basically stated that she needs either a group home or something else. It was just funny because she's just sitting there, you know, and they're like, you need to let Rita, you know, have her time for space, you know, and you know, at times and she's just like, you know, and it was funny, you know. And then on top of all of this, right, the lady turned around, right? And the lady basically turned around and said, you know what, you have narcissistic personality. So we're popping that one in tonight. And she's like, why? She's like, think of it. You're demanding Rita Comp of lunch. If she doesn't, you're not moving her. And you don't give two shits if she's homeless. As long as you financially gain either money or food in your belly or free internet or free roof over your head. And, you know, that's why I said to Chloe's mom, if you're watching this, don't argue with me because it was just damn funny last night. Literally, you know, I mean, you got to think of it from a logical point of view. The lady basically sitting there and they're arguing over a trigger is a potato, one fucking potato, and that costs $2,000 to $3,000 of the taxpayers' money just because of a potato. I mean, it's funny, you know. And they basically are getting tired of it. Look, they wanted to involuntary her, and then they find out, you know, actually court order, and they find out she's leaving. They're like, just on it. Well, you know, we you know, and she's bitching about how I couldn't sell this, sell that, and do this, do that, and we're gonna go hungry. And I go, why? I made pasta last night. That's why pasta's on hand. I still got 3 cans of spaghetti sauce, tomato sauce. You know, I can, you know, I love Chloe. You know, it's just funny. You know, they're just they finally had enough, and they're just like, we see you again and again. They wanted to have her come in tomorrow, and she's like, no, because I'm moving, you know. And they're like, well, just get over there and get situated and get things that you know. I'm gonna go somewhere else for my treatment. I mean, literally, you know, they even put that in there too. I mean, they're just like, because it's funny, you know. I mean, literally, what they were doing is they were making enough notes that if it ever came up back to the main hospital that Jenna works at, then you know it would come back that the last time she was there, she was throwing a fit over a temper tantrum over a potato or other issues. It was just fucking funny. I mean, literally, throwing a fit about that, you know. And then adamantly, basically stating, well, need lunch, it's equal. And then they said, and then Chloe's sitting there, and they said, you like talking fights, don't you? Chloe smiled and said, yes, I do. I like watching people's emotions. And then the lady says, well, what's the deal with the lunch the one day about equality? You just admitted it again. And Chloe smiled, reiterated the story about how she got 10 items at Jack in the Box. Turns out I got one chicken sandwich. She's like, well, my stomach, Mars, blah, 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 blah. And if I'm buying, I get to do it. She says, look, Rita's buying. Rita gets to make this. No. If Rita doesn't do this, then she's got hell to pay. And the lady's just, I think basically the mental place was baiting her anyway. I mean, they were literally baiting her. And I'm in another room, trying to ask. The doctors asking questions and everything, trying to figure out, dude, he's like, over a potato. Literally. I mean, And on top of that, they put narcissism under selfishness because they asked her, there's a giant pouch like this, right? And it was like, this why food bank gave us a beef stew. She took it to the community room, heated it up for herself, and then turned around and eat the whole damn thing. Rita can go without a meal for a few days. I can't. I can't already. They're just putting down the selfish son of a bitch, basically, but, the lady basically, the woman called herself son of a bitch, like putting it in the note, selfish son of a bitch, ate this and didn't even offer, and the food, and they're asking what's left in the food bank supplies, it's like potatoes. And then she turned around, and even though, me and Chloe, we buy our own meals, the last of the Salisbury State TV dinner for mine, she decided she could eat both of them for herself. Fuck me. So that's another thing they have to put in there, It's like, they were very, very angry. Wow, Rita can go without because I need food, If you're watching this, TJ, you can understand the mental health place putting it in for their own documentation. She opened her mouth, literally, she basically was trying to warn her. And then she turned around and told me, right in front of them, that I'm buying all the resupply for Tuesday when I sell my heirloom thing that we will be restocking at TV dinners, and if I don't, I'm in trouble. Oh, and that's including buying gifts for her. So they're saying who's wearing the pants in the family because you just told Rita that she's spending her money on you and nothing for herself. Well, otherwise, I'm not driving the truck or not really. She can go fucking homeless. Literally, I'm sorry to say that, but Chloe's mom's watching this. You need to realize that this is the stuff that happens. Literally. And, and then, she wants to blame other people, like the mental health people, basically. She turned around and told them that it's their motherfucking fault. Yeah, it's their motherfucking fault that I didn't get the medication, man. They offered, they had everything lined up. She just said, fuck it. So they're like, don't even play that game with us, Missy, and they're like, literally, I love Chloe dearly. It's just funny as hell that they basically turned it around, they're just like, well, Rita doesn't know anything. Rita doesn't know he's back. Well, Rita doesn't know he's this. Rita doesn't know he's that. Rita doesn't this. We don't know anything. The hospital doesn't know anything. You came in here arguing about a potato. They had lunch, by the way. She basically was trying to throw a fit saying I'm a selfish son of a bitch for that bastard with a badge because I won't buy her lunch. But because I was raised improper. The lady looked at me and goes, tell us how Rita was raised improper. And it was it was funny because Rita talked in movies. I gave her an entire list of movies I watched. Never once said anything. And she says, do you talk during reading? Oh yeah, all the time. Rita talks and Rita reads the Bible. I go, what about that? I don't want her reading. So you don't want her fucking reading her Bible. You don't want her fucking watching her movies. But then when it comes to you, well, yes, I come first. She's like, it's like, she's like, you are really egging Rita on. And Rita's just holding it in there. And I'm going, thinking, what the fuck is wrong with this picture? But I was just laughing. The mental people that came in last night was very nice. Even the police came in and said she kept doing this. She could basically be called off for pokey. Literally. Look at her. She's screaming and yelling. She was calling the neighbor nigger, and she was calling the other neighbor Beaner. She was calling the other one. And then she accused. This is the funny thing. Right there, they had the mental people were making a note right for a record. That she's accusing the police of taking $100 bills for freaking allowing the neighbor to basically, supposedly drug abuser, and dealer, to send out the police all the way over here every time she's like, man, and they're like, we're not corrupt, man. I had a police officer basically look at me and go, in the hall where Chloe can see, basically going, whoop, 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 whoop. Literally, and saying it's listening devices and everything else. It was just too damn funny. but the thing is, they're basically making a note, and it was, first they did a drug test, found out she's clean, and, and etc. And then they found out, Chloe finally admitted that she was hospitalized somewhere else, and they wanted the records. She's like, no, you can't have those fucking records. When they asked me about it, I said, yeah, that's SUDS, substance and alcohol abuse disorder. They're like, wow, we had a ton, but we didn't think we had that, but, we didn't go any further, but, she was just fucking really violently, like, angry when they asked for it. And they told me, I couldn't get my records, and my records are sealed, so it's like, but when it came to, her, she just, was like, they wanted to build on top of that, she wouldn't. It was like, you're not involuntary, you're involuntary, and they said, we can't, you don't meet the criteria. Oh, you are taking care of yourself, but at the expense and abuse of someone else, and they were just very downright angry, but they're putting it in the records just in case they had to submit it for, just mostly they go through this, but they don't know what county we're going through because we're getting ready to move. They're just like, wow, but it was funny because, she was just basically going on and on and on, and, literally, it's like, you guys get the idea. It's just like lunch. Throw the fit, if I don't buy lunch. My motto, right? Here's what happened. The lady said to me, how do you handle this whole lunch thing? And she's like, yeah, lunch problem. Simple. The day we're getting ready to move, I'm going to be getting to the Walmart and to wherever. If I go to the Home Depot and I got granola bars, I'm grabbing a granola bar. She looked at me, I said, I gotta get the plywood cut in a certain length. She says, right on. I said, I'm gonna grab a granola bar and I'm keeping on going. I'm not gonna buy food. Cause not only that this, and they asked me, I like car burgers and I like pizza. He's like, you want to fucking, and I said, yeah, and the problem is we don't even know what that price is. The lady just looked at me like, and the doctor's like, is there a problem here? Like, literally, the doctor was being sarcastic, like, and that is, he realized, they're just like, what the fuck, So, just decides, they're basically saying, well, Rita can't cover everything. I need the house, I need a blanket, I need tobacco, and she goes on and on and on, right? And they said, well, why don't we just make arrangements and we can basically send you home to your mother and we'll get someone to drive Rita out to her new place, I'm going to it. Well, anyway, so then she basically went and ate her mother. And they're just like, okay. Literally, they're just trying to find a happy medium and, they're basically, they were like, hey, Rita goes out, Rita can go and take herself out for lunch. All she has to do is leave. You can stay that round if you came down to you. Literally. And they asked her, how close have you come to basically, almost assaulting Rita? She's just like, and, literally, and they're just like, literally, there's a, it was like, it was funny. She just sat there like, it was like, asking something and then having the lemon head type thing where I like, and she just sat there. It was like, and she didn't. And she's like, can we get it? Just, and they're just like, so because you guys are running low on supplies, you're the ones basically taking it out on Rita. Rita basically is just sitting there. You're taking it out on her because she couldn't sell her thing and get money so you can have your fat face fed out. I'm really hungry, and well, like she was talking about the neighbor, the neighbor and Rita were planning maybe to go out to eat before Rita moved, and I said, well, what about me? And the neighbor turned around and said, well, you weren't invited. Then I said, well, if she's not inviting me, I'm not driving that fucking truck. Well, the neighbor has a tongue on her, and basically said, fine, I'll drive the damn truck. And say, I'll stay with Rita a month. Well, it didn't fly really well with Chloe. Chloe let that, and so they're just like, literally, it's like, I'm just dilating, you know. I mean, literally, it's like, you know, I love Chloe Yearly, you know, and last night's little escapade was funny. I mean, literally, it was funny. I mean, nothing, you know, at first it was like great, you know, when they found out she was getting ready to move, they were like, no, we're just gonna give you the guidance you need. You're not suicidal, you're not homicidal, you're not any, get the fuck out of here, you know. And, you know, you don't need a therapist to talk about a potato, you know. They brought in a therapist, multiple ones, and even the one that does the involuntary is like, for crying out loud, a fucking potato, and then Chloe's like, bring down the gas, and she's like, how many times have you paid rent? Not much, maybe once or twice in that whole time I've had cash assistance. Lady's like, re-supporting you. All you're doing is screaming, you're out. Oh, look, the bank's rebuilt. I mean, literally, that's what the lady said. And I'm sitting here going, I mean, literally, they were just like putting it all in there, basically doing whatever. But they even said Chloe's mom, quote unquote, knows that Chloe's capable of it. And basically, if Chloe's mom's hiding it, then Chloe's mom basically raised someone who's like this, and she's at fault. I mean, literally. So, you know, I mean, you know, I sold those games, okay? And yeah, at the same time, and all you love birds out there, no, I'm supposed to buy her game. Oh, I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to give this. I'm supposed to sacrifice. And it's funny as hell because, as you all know, the beautiful Chloe Spice, you know, I mean, I even asked, you know, last night, this morning, is it autism or is it something else? They're like something else. I mean, literally, an autistic person's not that romantic. If Thomas is watching, Thomas, my female to male friend who's autistic, throw in your comments on Facebook if you wish. I'd like to hear your opinion, you know. So, I was talking to another person that I know that's connected to Thomas who messaged me. Never had him on Facebook, so, you know, that's a real problem. You know, Autumn. And frankly, you know, with me and Autumn, it's like Autumn claims that they didn't ban or block me yet. I couldn't find them. It was like their name wasn't there, and they're like, you need to make it and everything. Really? I mean, I've heard stories about a few different sides of the story about Autumn, so I don't know what to make. But you know, the point is, you know, like today, you know, I'm trying to what do you call it? Get things moving along. But you know, it's just like 9:30, right? So pretty much what's gonna happen today is I'm gonna probably read my Bible some more. I'm gonna try to finish up Acts of the Apostles today. That's the goal. And get into Romans again, and then go from there. And I'm thinking about sitting down today and writing out my internet stuff today. The internet, the library opens at 1 to 5. So my thing is I'll get my job done early, right? And excuse me. And then when I do my library, I'll be getting out of there because I don't want to deal with the guy, but I do want to upload this video. But I do think, you know, the guys are getting an entertainment kick because, you know, literally they were going to do involuntary, so I found out we're moving, and then they changed their plan and was like, you know, but they also said they were involuntary on a certain ground, you know, and that failed. And when they realized, you know, over a potato, they're just like, they even said it's a sideshow. Oh, you know, and they even accused her, you know, they said, we're putting you on notice that your borderline personality is getting too severely damaging, like Susanna Kaysen was, and Girl Interrupted that. We have to, eventually, we're going to have to put you into a bigger hospital where you can stay 6 months to a year or longer because you're not getting treatment. I mean, you refuse treatment. I mean, look, they even told her outright. They didn't know this. They said, do you know why, you were denied twice? And she said, no, probably you don't have enough work credits or you're not too disabled. So I said, like this, you know, and the lady said, what? And I said, it's because of medication. She says, how do you know? I said, I have and I've talked to the one DCR who talked to me about it, you know, a while ago. She didn't know. I said, I had the exhibit file. Totally broke it. She doesn't want to be known in her exhibit file schizophrenic. The lady looked at me like, well, we got to put that in the file. I'm like, she's not bipolar. She's, you know, and they're like, well, we'll put that down as borderline. Borderline is the main one. Schizophrenia is Yeah, I mean, the thing is, that and this, they're just like, but no, she's just like, and I said most of her records she destroyed. I mean, literally, we're getting ready to pack. She decided to either set them on fire, put them on a charcoal barbecue, flush them down the toilet, you name it, she's done it. She just doesn't want no one to know about boredom. And the lady's like, that screws up her Social Security chances. I said, the other reason is the medication, and it's in her file. The other reason, lawyer, and I told the lady, she put that in, the lawyer got fired because she wasn't getting treatment. And the lady said, well, we know this, but, unless they court order her treatment, I mean, literally, as long as she's making the decision, if Chloe's mom's watching this, and Chloe's making the decision to stay off meds, and she wants to blame everyone around her, not being on them, etc., etc. Give me 1 second, I'm just gonna hide around this box. 30 minutes already, but you guys get the idea, right? I mean, literally. Yeah, there we go. Feeling better for the first dilation. So basically, it was just an interesting concept because, you know, um, I love her, everything. It was just, they are trying to put together some just in case she gets involuntary or go to Seattle or another place, they have more information. And even the lady basically asked Chloe about the discharge time. She's like, I was discharged this day. They gave me this time, and blah, blah, blah. And the lady's like, we're going to fix this, and we're going to do that. And the time we got out, they had her record basically pretty much calibrated and a lot better than, the whole disarray of, this here and this piece here and this puzzle piece here, and they couldn't figure it out. They actually were putting it together. And, the thing is the only thing they said is that dear old mom, if you're watching this, dear old mom, that, you're hiding stuff from everyone anyways. Because frankly, it's a family issue. If it's a family issue, you should just come clean. Thing is, now, if say she's actually bipolar, then, you need to come clean with it. Schizophrenic, I mean, we know what we know, and yet the mental hospital, it's complicated. So, with all of that, it's it was interesting, and they even assumed that, Chloe was up there and they found out the whole potato thing. They didn't even offer a sandwich of Gatorade. They didn't even offer me one. They're like, we just have tuna. It's like, good, ain't so good. I mean, I had a big bowl of pasta last night, so when I got home, I put a movie in, and I told Chloe, watch your movie, I'm going to bed. I dilated with bed. I didn't even, I mean, she was just, like sitting there like, I mean, it wasn't like being retarded or anything. She's just like watching her movie and their mouth hanging open, which she normally doesn't. Like, what the fuck happened to me tonight? I mean, literally, and they even said it. You're trying to get voluntary so you don't have to go through the stress of moving and stuff. She's like, the one that's gonna probably end up dead from doing all this is Rita. I mean, the lady basically turned around. The lady said, Chloe, what are you contributing to? Oh, I'm not doing anything. Literally, it was funny because he's like, so you're not contributing to helping with electricity, food, or anything? Now, are you eating Rita's food? Oh yeah, when I run really low, I get it. And then she goes on and on and on. And one of the DCRs looked at me and goes, no, Rita's a minister. We can't see Rita taking your snacks and eating. I mean, I'm sitting there like this. I want to call my cousin. They'll tell you exactly what I do with snacks. No. Well, then Chloe says, well, Rita hoards her snacks and snacks, and then eats everyone else's and then hoards her own. And it's no more likely she hoards her own than, And then, what happens is then she finally came clean and said, well, Rita hoards her snacks and doesn't eat them. And then when I run out of snacks, I just tell her I pay her back the snacks. And they're like, do you? Well, no. You pay her for anything? Well, And it was just funny, you know, like, so what are you contributing in this relationship or family, you know? And she's like, wow, nothing. So basically, you're freeloading mooch, and then they had to ask about the other. Alright, now TJ, Lexi, Gabby, Tara J, TJ, Corey, Tara, Chloe's mom, Sam, the rest, they asked her. So, if they're not contributing anything financially, except for buying shit that you think is needed for yourself, and dresses and everything, and you're basically shitting on Rita, and, then you throw shit that if Rita doesn't supply you need, so your money is yours and her money is yours. Oh, yeah, that's not right. And they're like, hold on. So do you contribute anything besides those items? Well, I need Rita, like I told Rita I'm gonna get him. She doesn't buy it for me. Well, we're not talking about razor blades. We're talking about something else. So then the lady finally asked about, chores. I'm too fucking disabled. So, and they said, Rita, what was the last thing you did for her? I cleaned the pans that she used to make baked potatoes, and they stuck on there. And I explained to them, and she's like, do you do this all the time? I could leave it for 4 days, and it won't be clean. She's like putting that in the record. Saying, Chloe, I think if you don't get a job and you have to get on disability, which will happen, then I am recommending for future mental places that can help you, give you the resources for a group home. You can't cook for yourself, you can't clean. I cook just fine. Okay, so you cook, but you're contributing to yourself. You're not contributing to the overall kitchen family. Who does the cleaning? I'll read it out. When I bake, and then, and I just make a mess. They're like, they said, Rita, what's the worst thing that happened? I go, the bathroom sink. TJ knows it already. I keep cleaning. What up, wow, my hair, and you even clean up the tub down. So I've learned to wipe down the tub after every use. And anyways, I explained why. And he says, they didn't even read it. Well, let Rita do it. I don't like cleaning. So you like fucking eating your food. Then when you run out, you eat her food. You don't fucking cook. Except for yourself. You don't help anyone else. Then you basically don't do any dishes. That's all Rita's job. Then you spend all of Rita's money. And you think you're a princess? Oh yeah, I'm Queen Bee. I'm a Queen Bee. Everyone better bow down and worship Gibby stuff. The lady's like putting that in there going, whoop whoop. So in the end, it was funny because she was just sitting there putting all of it together, She's just like, well, doesn't owe you anything. And maybe you came from a wealthy family. Maybe your mother was really rich as hell, and you were pampered like hell. So now you're in a poor relationship where you think the poor person should give you everything because that's the way you were raised. And she says, Rita, how were you raised? I said, if you want something, get off your ass and earn it, or get it for yourself. You don't need to be. I explained the whole thing at my point, and he was going, wow, you were raised wrong. And the lady's like, I think it's more old-fashioned, proper than, the new generation. And it was just funny because she was just throwing a fit. I'm just like, literally they were basically trying to figure out what to do. And, she wanted involuntary. They even offered to work out something to send her back to her mother's and, find someone to drive the truck. She's like, yeah, I'm moving. And they're like, yeah, you just want a freaking freeloader. And they basically called it Chloe the Freeloader. Chloe the Freeloader. And it was just funny as hell because they're just, they're basically like, literally, and it's funny as hell because she's a sweetheart, and yet at the same time, they basically like, sweetheart or not, she's freeloaded, she doesn't want to do anything, she wants to spend her money on herself, she wants to use your money for yourself, she doesn't want to help with electricity, she doesn't want to help with anything, and then wants a bitch. Miller, she even said, Rita, at the hospital, are you getting the quarters on Tuesday if he sells so we can get longer guns? She says, who's we? We got a mouse in our pocket? I mean, the lady was very, like, basically taking, like, the super bouncy ball, bouncing it on the wall. Like, who's we, you know? I mean, like, throwing it at someone's head, you know, like, shocking them for saying, like, who's we? She's like, I told her about the whole thing about me going, thing about taking neighbor out swing, you know, over swing. You know, the lady's like, Rita doesn't owe you shit. Owe you for 10%. Like, I mean, even the police basically were saying, you know, to me, out in the college, hey, when you get her situated, you know, she might need to be hospitalized this time for a longer period because look what she's doing. I mean, literally, I mean, they even asked her, are you even gonna have enough money for gas? Because you just said you're paying the gas, but now you're saying you gotta buy blankets and towels and tobacco. That's like what, half or more of the cash system worth of gas. Wow, we're gonna need to pay it, you know, we're gonna get it. And then I said, and I wasn't baiting or egging her on. Chloe's mom, if you're watching this, I don't want you to take out my hair. So, you know, one of the items I sold, you know, I consigned in a place, right? I said, yeah, I consigned an item. And the lady, being a sweetheart, right, turned around and basically it was like, really? That's cool. And I said, yeah, I spent $900. What are we gonna buy with it? I said, what are we buying with it? I said, I got plans. And the lady goes, yeah, who's this we shit? I thought it was Rita's money. Well, you know, I mean, I said, this is why I was gonna get towels. And I needed towels. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna get video games. Maybe a new Switch. Maybe a couple others. You know, yeah, thumbs up, right, TJ? Anyways, what about me? The lady turned around and wanted to put in that they're financially exploiting me. You know, and then I said, hey, you know, we're getting $900 deposit back on this car. I told her, she said, what are you buying? Again, what are we gonna get when you get meals? We gonna get this one. The lady said, what about this Wii thing? I said, see, comes to anything big like $1,000. What are we gonna get? I mean, watch this, right? And you know, and because the lady took me aside, you know, we came back. She's trying to tell me, you know, reading money's reading. I said, hey, when you get your retro check, well, what are we gonna get? She says, I'm gonna get what I want. You can just sit there and watch. Lady turned around and put in, has financial dreams and screwing people over, you know, use other people's money but her own, you know. It was just funny as hell, you know. It was just like the lady basically, you know, I mean, it was like Chloe was in a psychotic freak where, you know, everything was around, you know. I mean, it had to do with AIDS, you know. TJ, I know you watch this from time to time, so I'm just wondering if Chloe Spice, with all the problems she has, lives in mania or dementia in the land of the Shivering Isles. Because think of it, sister. You know, because I mean, she just, I mean, mental break. How is that mental break? Oh yeah, Chloe had a mental break. Anyways, you know, I mean, this video is going long enough, but. So, you know, I got video games to go through today. Sometime today I'm going to sit down and look over some spreadsheets. That's a goal. I mean, just a light goal. But anyways, everything I got lined up, getting ready to go is funny, you know, because, you know, it's like, what, you know, I mean, now you guys can have Chloe's moms watching this. You can understand why the mental place basically has done what they did. I mean, they're basically trying to put together a case to be watertight just in case they have to put her somewhere for treatment where, you know, after a week she gets out, you know, and she's unmedicated. It's like, oh, the meds aren't working. You know, it's either the meds are in the trash can, I've heard garbage can, you know, aka trash can, I've heard in the dumpster, I've heard the toilet, I've heard she bought cat litter and did it herself that way, disposed of it, anything, and then Ziploc bag. I mean, I've heard so many different ways that Chloe's done it. They're basically tired of it, and, you know, they're tired of, you know, basically hearing from the big hospital, you know, Seattle that, you know, Jenna works at. Hey, boo. That's what I'm going to say to Jenna. Hey, boo. That, you know, and Jenna, you know, I think, you know, for one, sweetheart, I love you too, Jenna. that you might find this to be the fucking funniest, entertaining video yet, because literally they basically lambasted her 8 Ways from Sunday, probably like 99 Ways from Sunday, and I mean, it was just constant barrage of, and that's why they think, and that, I mean, and they even said, that if that talking about mental place, they said they recommended a group home because she can't take care of herself. Well, that's what she flew up panel said. If she ever got cash assistance or Social Security or whatever, and they were recommending a group home, she'd hang herself or kill herself. Then she said she'd do the same if she had a KE. She's gonna manage her own money, no one else was. They're like, you can't even manage your own money you have now, which we're putting in a report to give to the welfare office because you're talking about moving, yet you don't want to fucking pay the gas, which you promised, and you don't want to fucking pay any one of these towels and a blanket and tobacco. Well, Rita, anyway. When a lady did the calculator and goes, Rita's going to be hurting big time this coming month because of it, and yet you want it out of here. Now you're basically sitting here and like, well, fuck you, So Rita doesn't give you lunch, fuck her. Rita doesn't do this, fuck her. Rita doesn't do that, fuck her. I mean, the lady basically was like really, I mean, she wasn't in my corner. It was just like, she was building a mill. And, it was just hilarious. You just had her basically like this, and so it was like, and then, they're just like, and the lady basically, I drink, I was drinking excessively, as you all know, and was mom's watching. They even put in, no wonder why Rita's drinking too much, because, Rita's got a handle Chloe, Chloe's not easy, It was like, well, Rita's not easy to live with. And I said, here's the thing. The lady said, you see how she's throwing it back in your face right now? She said, yeah, I'm taking notes. I said, this is what she does at home. I said, you and I are in a calm tone of voice, talking civilly. She's saying that we're not calm, we're angry, we're upset, we're furious. And he looks at me and goes, I'm going to put that into the literature. Let's rehearse everything. Ain't it cool while she's raising her voice to the decibel that no one wants to hear it, screaming, yelling, and we're just like, we're all cool as cucumbers, but, so. Today's plan is take bath, spreadsheets, maybe place my orders. My orders to place those jackasses are going to get a rude awakening. In my loving opinion, I'm not tolerating any more, waiting. I mean, look, my birthday's coming up, okay? This guy says, oh, we have this in and this in. Then fucking take it out of the credits right now so there's plenty and fucking ship me a copy. What the fuck? I gotta go and fucking go to the GameStop on Tuesday and be like, here, and say, I'm sorry, sir, you fucking took too long. I just paid the sales tax because you're sitting there going, oh, well, yeah, I mean, literally, the motherfucker basically has already screwed me over on, several dollars on certain items. I mean, literally, oh, we're trying to make a profit, so we're shafting you just a bit to make a profit. Right. Literally, right. So, and then the guy turns around and tells me he wants to give me $25 for this. Brand new. Fuck you, sir. I paid $500 for it. Oh, this one I'll give $50 for. Oh, it's the white one. It's got all the gizmos. And this one, again, $50. But they're brand new, never turned on, nothing. And then he said $75 for this. These were about $500 a system. And then, yeah, the guy wants to fucking rip me off. He ripped me off the last time I sent him some systems. This time around, I ain't fucking getting ripped off, and he knows it. So he's fucking angry about it, There you go. Oh, those ones are limited. You know what? I basically figure I'm gonna fucking charge up a couple of those and fucking take them with me. Somewhere around here, I got my fucking hubby's system already, There's my DS. I've been playing that. Hard and smooth. This is, yeah, here it is. Here's hubby's right here. See? Hubby's Hubby's GBA, see? Look, right there. Hubby's. Blue. I mean, come on. I mean, literally, it still works. I can use this one too. Plug her in, play, I'm working on Metroid anyway. But, that's the other thing. I got everything figured out, right? I just gotta go through my notes. And yet, I mean, the lady basically said, look, Rita's been taking care of you, doing this, doing that. Doesn't get much for herself. I mean, she asked, when was the last time you bought something for yourself? I go, I can barely remember. And I told her, she says, you've spent that, I've told her everything, and how every month I have to give and give and give. And she's like, your birthday's coming up. Do something for yourself. I think it was my, Chloe has done a few good birthday presents or Christmas things, but my anniversary, and something, by the way, I still think this is cool. An ashtray with light on it. Isn't that cool? I mean, literally. But no, anyways, it's Chloe's mom. So Jenna and the rest of you, I think, what the fuck is this? Oh yeah, that's the mental health thing from off his coat, and stuff. And then we have some paper, and stuff. But no, all I want to say out of love to all of you, is that it was just a busy night last night. Finally, we got home and I dilated. Like I said, I was like, just rolled over, and she's like, I'm like, and then she says, where aren't you saying anything? I said, and then all of a sudden she wakes up. She's like, I'm like, what? She goes, do you have it in you? And I go, oh yeah. Finally, the movie's over. And I pulled it out and went to sleep. And I was like, and she's just looking like, how the hell can you sleep in it? And it's like simple. When you're tired and you get it pushed in there properly, you could just sleep with it in there and leave it open, Maybe that's why I have internal bleeding at times. I mean, Jenna, you would know more about not leaving it in there, but honestly, and I'm going to talk about that for a minute, my personal hygiene and stuff, and dilation for some trans women out there. But, when you know how to do it, you can just stick it in there and be sitting here like talking to you guys. It's fine and dandy, but, the point is, Chloe did have concern because, she's like, hey, is it in you? And it's like, yeah. You get up and you change and you're like, okay, but, out of love for Chloe, she had a concern there last night. And that was something that, I just told her I wasn't listening to her and I was asleep. I mean, literally. When you get home, you're just like, your body just wants to fucking sleep, and it's like, and this morning I got up and I went back to bed. I mean, I woke up and I was like, and this morning, I mean, when I got home, I went to bed. And when I got up early this morning, I would say 5 or 6, right before the light came out, maybe 3 or 4 or something. I was like, yeah, and then, but the thing is, and so, after the movie, I don't know when she went to bed, but, the thing is that she's, she's just, furious. I mean, how would you feel, if, you're sitting there, and, you're sitting there and you're trying to make a life work, and yet, Jenna can sit there and laugh. And yet, they basically finally are just asking her questions and getting more information than they need, literally. I mean, that's how it is. Next thing you know, they're putting in, that Chloe's mental whack job. It's like, so Chloe's mental whack job, then, I mean, literally, it's like, I mean, there is some, I mean, I'm going to say this out of love, okay, if Chloe's mom's watching. There is something wrong with the picture if everyone is, sitting there and, all of a sudden, out of love, you got a woman who's thinking that she's Queen Bee, Princess, Empress, whatever, and they're putting in that, they even question her being transgender. By the way, you guys can laugh at that if you wish, TJ, Jenna, Lexi, Gabby, I mean, I mean, wanting to be taken care of, oh, I need to be taken care of. It's like, I'm sitting here, I already do it, so technically, but thing is, they finally basically looked at me, and I'm like, can I leave yet? Well, spending the whole time there, finally they discharged and said, hey, your goal right now, Rita, is make sure she has no more outlets. I'm like, okay, so I won't touch potatoes. They're like, no, make sure she gets that truck packed up, loaded up. I mean, the police basically said, make sure you get that she-bear out of here. And so did the middle place. I mean, they basically, it's like, yeah. One of my favorite cigars is Romeo and Juliet. But anyways, you guys get the idea, right? So, out of love for every one of you, you guys gotta understand that, that she-bear, basically, that's what they called her. That it's like, it was just too funny. It was like, can you do something, and when we were released, they had enough information, like, to help with, the mental hospital if they ever get back there. And she's like, I'm not going back there. And it's like, well, if you don't, then, you're doing good, but you're never going to get on disability. No, and we're waiting for this diagnosis. So the lady says, who's paying for it? Rita's paying for it. The lady looked at me and she says, did Rita pay for your medical records? Her? Yeah, and I destroyed them. She goes, so you're going to need another set of copies. Wow, yeah, that's okay. Well, to get the full bridged version, not the unbridged meaning, the full complete version, they sent a letter to us today, yesterday, I think it was, it's $76.50 for Chloe's record. Mine's cheaper than that, but that's for the full record. Then, they basically turned around and said I had to pay for the diagnosis for the autism. So that once we get the autism, we're going to submit that, and I'm going to get disability. The lady's like, it's not that simple. Oh, yeah, it is. They rubber stamp it. Well, the lady looked up, says they do rubber stamp it, but most people who are autistic actually are on medication. So they can't just sit there and say, oh, they want to look over chart notes. She doesn't have chart notes. What's she going to do that? Deaths and hospitalization, yeah, they might get it, but more likely won't. So the lady tried to explain it to her. Chloe just didn't want to listen. Like, Chloe knew better. The lady wasn't a fucking mental place. The lady was just a glorified Twinkie eater. That's how she put it. And the lady just was like, for real? And even Chloe was basically belittling her weight. You didn't eat Twinkie and that. And eventually, they're just like, you're talking to Chloe like talking to a brick wall, it's like one-sided. And so, but it was just funny, but they're just basically putting in that, I mean, TJ can sit there, and laugh, but yeah, the lady was really hoping to see the copy of the exhibit file, and they couldn't because, Chloe wrote it. What if she's like, and then she destroyed the files, and then they're like, good going, now we just gotta pay more money to get them. Chloe's like, well, we're not basing my Social Security claim on that. We're basing it on autism. The lady's like, you can't just win on it. And Chloe's mom even knows it. I mean, literally, I think Chloe's mom basically realized watching this video she is watching it. The hospital is basically going to be giving some, it's like, it's like, in the end, all is well, and me, I'm just happy as hell to report, all is well, so, when I'm at home, and then, like I said, I got, emails, I got spreadsheets to do, I got, notes to look over, I got some Bible time to do, and more coffee, and then walk moppy. I'll walk moppy once more before I take my bath, and then when I'm done with my bath, I will, devote my time to finishing up Acts of the Apostles. Acts has 28 chapters. I'm on like 22 or 23, so and then it gets to more and more down, you know, and I read my usual stuff, you know, every day, you know, stuff that, you know, helps me, guide me in the better book, you know, and then I go from there, so. Anyways, with that said, please, you know, please post comment down below if you wish. Please add subscribe. Please hit that subscribe and like button. You know, please add subscribe, post comments, and feedback suggestions. Keep it nice all the way out. And hit that like and subscribe button. It's also fun even for your dogs. Thanks for watching Buttercups.